Hi, my name is Oscar J. Rivera, Program Director here at Foco, and we are really excited to welcome you to the Foco Media Arts Fund Works in Progress Initiative How to Apply session. Today, we will go over some tech suggestions. We will thoroughly explain each section of our application, and we will close with some time for a Q&A. We want to encourage you to send any and all questions by typing those directly via the Q&A feature, and we will address each question at the end. We want to make today's program as accessible as possible. So a recording of this section will be available with closed captions at a later date on the Enfoco website. Before we begin, Enfoco would like to acknowledge that our offices are in the Bronx on what was originally the homeland for the Lenape peoples. We aim to honor all members and accomplishments of the Lenape community, past, present, and future. Enfoco is supported in part with public funds from the New York City Department of Cultural Affairs in partnership with the City Council, National Endowment of the Arts, New York State Council on the Arts with the support of Governor Kathy Hochul, and the New York State Legislature, Bronx Healthcare Systems, The Joy of Giving Something, Inc., Rockefeller Brothers Fund, Culpeper Arts and Culture, New York Community Trust Mosaic Fund and Network, and the Philip and Edith Leonian Foundation, Ford Foundation, and the Iguado Public Arts Fund. And with that, let's get started. Foco is a nonprofit organization that supports US-based photographers of African, Asian, Latin, Native American, and Pacific Islander heritage. Founded in 1974, Foco makes their work visible to the art world, yet remains accessible to underserved communities. Through exhibitions, workshops, events, and publications, it provides professional recognition, honoraria, and assistance to photographers as they grow into the different stages of their careers. This opportunity is designed to support early career artists of color from New York City who engage with digital media technologies within their art-making processes, offered in collaboration with BronxNet. The award will focus solely on works that need support towards the completion of a current project, which demonstrates the highest quality of work and potential as determined by a panel of peers and industry professionals. The Works in Progress initiative will award 5 early career artists with a $2,000 support grant to be used towards the completion of the proposed project. Feature the Media Fund Fellows in its upcoming 2023 Nueva Luz publication in both printed and online editions. And lastly, provide professional development and networking opportunities. Eligibility. Only works in progress proposals submitted by early career artists will be considered for the award. Completed projects are ineligible. Entries showcasing traditional photography and that the final product may result in still imagery will not be considered. However, projects with other mediums and media that include photo-based processes will be considered. For this opportunity, we define early career artists as having a 2 to 9 year artistic working history. Artists who might have also applied for the 2023 Photography Fellowship are only eligible to receive 1 award. For more information, please visit enfoco.org. Submitted entries may include, but are not limited to, film, video, installations, mixed media projects, experimental processes, sound art, and others. Who can apply? Early career artists of Latin, African, Asian American heritage, and Native peoples of the Americas and the Pacific. Applying artists must be residents of New York City for the past year at the time of submission and must show proof of residency. Applying artists must be 18 years old, and collaborating artists are eligible to apply, but only 1 artist can submit the application. Who cannot apply? Graduate or undergraduate students matriculated in a fine art, photography, or arts-related degree program at the time of the application submission. Foco board members and staff are ineligible to apply. BronxNet TV board members and staff are ineligible to apply. Artists are welcome to apply to both the Foco Photography Fellowship and Media Arts Fund opportunities. However, selected artists are only eligible to receive 1 award. The panel process. The applications selected are based exclusively on the excellence and quality of the work submitted. All work will be reviewed by panelists selected from a pool of photography and digital media related professions, such as artists, curators, critics, and collectors. Each year, new panelists are chosen to ensure a fresh perspective in the review process, and Foco's board of directors will review the panel recommendations to ensure the integrity of the process and formally approve the awardees. Submission requirements. Number one, create an account with submittable.com.
Welcome to Submittable. Submittable is an online platform that thousands of organizations use to collect and review all kinds of submissions and applications. You can use Submittable to discover and submit to those opportunities. From grants and funding to contests and awards, from calls for creative work to residencies and workshops, and from scholarships and fellowships to conferences and exhibitions, even jobs and internships. Whatever it is you're looking for, you can find it on Submittable. You may have found us through Discover, our site of available opportunities, or through one of our partner organizations. After you create a free account, you're ready to make your first submission. As you fill out the form, be sure to refer to the guidelines to ensure that you qualify, follow the instructions, and note any required responses or fees. If you save a draft, you can come back to it later from within your account. When you submit, you'll receive a confirmation email. Sign into Submittable to check on your application status. You also may be able to message the organization or request to edit your submission. All organizations have a different process for reviewing content. If you have questions about your submission or the organization's review process or timeline, please contact the organization directly. You'll receive an email if and when your application is accepted, declined, or marked as complete. If you have any technical questions, the question mark in the top right will take you to our Comprehensive Help Center. If you can't find an answer to your question, contact our friendly support team through the form. Thanks for joining Submittable, and congratulations on taking the first step toward landing your next great opportunity. We're glad you're here.
Submission requirements number two, a project proposal. Describe the specific aspects such as the subject matter, content, context, location, personal relevance, and the anticipated completion of the work you submitted. A project proposal needs to describe what your project hopes to accomplish, why those objectives are important, and how you intend to achieve them. Be sure to describe the process, expected outcomes, and when you expect the work to be completed. Questions to consider for your project proposal. What is this work about? What is your relationship with the subject matter? How does this work represent the primary concerns and intentions of your artistic practice? How are you engaging new or digital media in the proposed works? How would you explain your work to someone who has never experienced it before? Submission requirements number three, the budget. Outline the total cost associated with the project, including which portion of the budget funding is requested for. The budget should include all of the associated costs with the completion of your proposed project and outline where the $2,000 award would be allocated. Submission requirements number four, a one-page resume and a 150 to 200-word biography. Some questions to consider. Where were you born and where did you live after that? Where are you currently based? What has been your artistic inspiration and why? What is your favorite medium? Do you use any special techniques? Did you receive a formal art education or were you self-taught? What art exhibitions have you been a part of? Is your work in any collections? Submission requirements. Number five, a 200-word artist statement and headshot. Describe the primary interests of your practice. Your artist statement is a written description of your work that gives your audience deeper insight into it. It may include your personal history, the symbolism you give your materials, or the issues you address. Your statement should include whatever is most important to you in your work. Your artist statement supplements the visual information in your portfolio. Headshot requirements. Headshot should be 300 DPI, JPEGs only, with a minimum of 5 inches on the shortest side. Support materials. These should best represent the scope of the proposed projects, including samples of past work and current works in progress. Include a brief description for all samples. Visit enfoco.org for expanded submission guidelines. For photos, we require 1 to 5 images, JPEGs only, 3,300 pixels minimum with a minimum resolution of 300 dpi. For videos, MOV or MP4 files only with a 3-minute max length. Links are accepted. For sound, .mp3 files only with a 3-minute max length. Links are accepted. For all other text or non-photo, video, or sound submission, these files must be submitted in PDF format. Application deadline. The application portal closes Friday, January 27th, 2023 at 11:59 p.m. Important note from Enfoco. The application form does not have to be completed in a single session. The system will save your draft application. We suggest that you save often as you fill out the form and that you save a copy of any narrative texts. Award notification. The 5 grant recipients will be notified via email. The recipients will each receive a $2,000 support grant to be used at the artist's discretion towards the completion of the submitted project. Selected proposals will be exhibited online via the Enfoco website and be featured in the special fellowship edition of Nueva Luz. Final progress interview. Recipients will be required to provide a brief statement and progress interview outlining the project's development and what the support helped accomplish within the project. The recipients will each receive $1,500 upon the notification of the award, with the final balance of $500 to be remitted at the completion of the final progress interview in October 2023. Technical support. For questions about the guidelines and application process, please contact grants@enfoco.org. For additional support, the Enfoco team is holding doctor's hours every Thursday from 3 to 5 p.m. until January 26, 2023. To sign up for an appointment, please email us at grants@enfoco.org.